The second pillar that determines relevance and prominence in the kingdom is consecration. Anybody who does not have consecration that governs his life is going nowhere. And I have taught you before, we have generic consecrations that every believer must attain to. Like prayer, like fasting, like study, like fasting, like giving. These are general consecration. Jesus was teaching in Matthew chapter 6. He said, when thou prayest. So it's not if, it's when. You must. He said, when thou fastest. He said, when thou givest. So consecration is what establishes a man in the kingdom. No matter the revelation you have, if it is not backed up by consecration, you are just another good lecturer. The forces that you mobilize to support your revelation comes from your intimate walk with the Holy Ghost. Consecration is a pillar in this kingdom. And so there are general or generic consecrations, and then there are personal consecrations. Now, personal consecrations are superior to general consecrations. General consecrations are important and fundamental. But if you don't have a personal consecration, it means you don't have a walk with God. Because the way God does it is that he moves you from general consecrations into personal consecrations. If God sees that you fast regularly, you give regularly, you pray, you study, a point will come, he will now begin to talk to you about personal things you should do. Those are the ones that affect your ordination in particular. He said to Samson, his hair must not be cut. Now, that is not a doctrine. That is where his power as a minister of God is hidden. If you go about telling people, don't cut your hair, you will raise something that is inconsistent with the nature and character of the Spirit. But you see, if you don't even keep general consecration, you won't know God to a point where he can give you personal consecration. Because you must have a walk with God until you grow into sonship. He said, my sheep heareth my voice. In the kingdom, there are lambs and there are sheep. The lamb does not know the voice of the sheep. It follows the bleating of the sheep. It doesn't know the voice of the shepherd. It follows the bleating of the sheep. So when all of us came into the kingdom, we heard that prayer is important. And we saw it in the scriptures. We heard that fasting is important. And that's what the fathers did. But as we started walking with God, a point came. God now came to you and told you, every time money comes to your hand, give me 30%. Now, that is not